So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to see compiler and interpreter. What is compiler, what is interpreter, and what is the difference between both of them? So let's take a real life analogy, and here this is you. You have an awesome idea of a biggest social networking site in your mind. So you want to develop it, but you are not a technocrat or a tech genius. So you decided to hire a person, and she's from Japan, and she knows Japanese and you know English. This is the only thing, and you both don't know each other's languages. So how you are going to convey your idea, your dream project to her, and she will work on it? So that's a big confusion. That's why a person come in between, and that person knows both Japanese and English. So you can convey your ideas and your dream projects and how to do it to the this person. And this person will understand it in English and convert it in Japanese and convey the same idea to the developer. And now developer understand what you want to do. And she started working on your project and she completes the task. So the in-between person is an interpreter. In the same way, computer doesn't know our English language or any language we used. Computer only knows the machine language and that is written in binary, that is 0101 format. So let's take an analogy. So first you convert or you write your source code in some source file like Python, C++, high level languages. Then those files are transferred to a compiler or interpreter. Then compiler or interpreter will read and understand those files and convert this to binary code. Then the binary code is submitted to the computer and now computer can understand what do you want to do through this code and it will execute all the tasks. So, compilers and interpreters are the programs in your computer that understand high level programming languages and convert them to machine language. You know, computers and interpreters do the same task, but they do this task differently. We will see what is the difference between compiler and interpreter. Before that, let's have a look how our Python code actually executes behind the scene. So, generally, we know we create Python source code and we submit it to interpreter and it will submit it to machine and it will execute. But it sounds some like a black box or a magic that happens in between the your compiler or interpreter. So let's see what exactly happened in the case of Python. So you write your Python source code, submit it to interpreter, and that interpreter it converts it to machine code. But there are few steps involved. Your Python code is submitted to the part called compiler, and that compiler converts your .py file to .pyc file, and this .pyc file is bytecode. So what is bytecode? Bytecode is an optimized and efficient and platform or machine independent code that can run on any kind of machines. So then this bytecode is submitted to Python virtual machine. Python virtual machine look into it, and if there is some dependency on external code, then it will load the external libraries in the form of bytecode to the program, and then it will try to run the code. It will convert it to machine code, but if there is error, then this PVM will throw you an error and you have to encounter and solve the error. If this case is not there, then it will convert your code to machine code and it will be executed. The machine code is usually in the form of .exe file in the case of Windows. So in this way, you convert your Python to the machine code. So in Python, we can say Python is not purely interpreted or not purely compiled language. Why we use the combination of both? Because what compiler actually do is it will take the code, it will convert it all to the machine code at once and it will execute it. So it has a great speed. And what interpreter will do? Interpreter will take your code and convert line by line to machine code and then execute it. So you can say compiler is fast, interpreter is slow. So in the case of Python compilers, we usually download, so that is the C Python. There are various types of compilers of Python such as JPython or Jython, Ruby Python, Iron Python. I think this is for .NET framework. There are multiple types of Pythons. So we can use any library or we can implement Python compiler in any language. So these are the few compilers of Python. This is all for the today's video. If you like our content, then don't forget to subscribe the channel, like, share and comment it. We will see you in the next video. Till then, happy coding.